saying I'm about 3 minutes late, but that's okay. And it's another styling chat. I really decided to just go against the norm with doing a recorded video because I've been kind of in a whirlwind ever since Hurricane Ian. I'm okay, so that's the only thing that matters. That I am okay, and I'm also hoping that you all that were within the path of the storm, or you guys are okay too. That's neither here or there, but I was thinking about today's third installment of the benefits of self care. And as much as I talk about on this channel about what self care does for other people, as much as I talk about that, is it really matters to just point out the actual benefits and the impact that it has on others' lives. Because we could talk about having self care all day, and well, what is it going to do for me? What is it going to do for others? You feel me? And sometimes you need that perspective of someone else who's been practicing it and implementing it, for lack of a better word, into their lives just to see that, okay, maybe I should try it or maybe I should step up my game. So for this session, I'm calling this passion braids, but it ain't coming out like that. But it's gonna be cute. That's all that matters. It's trying to find some music to play, but I don't want no strikes. I don't want it. Just coming in, we're on the third installment of benefits of self care, what loving yourself does for others. I think a big part of me, and I'm going to save this for our 1K celebration video, but I'll give you just a tidbit of it. I think as far as self care, I've been doing it for the longest. As earliest as I can remember was when I was a teenager. There'll be some parts in here where I'll be doing talking and then braiding. Otherwise, this hair is not going to come out the way I want to. And I hate when this hair tangles and you catch on to another braid. So essentially, I've been practicing self care for a long time and just coming into the realization of it these last couple of years. So, for those of you that are watching newly, and those of you that already are part of the squad, maybe you ain't went back too far yet. I began to take my self care seriously right along the same time my YouTube channel. In March 2020, it's been 2 years roughly, a couple months. And so we're on our third year. I did not understand when, and I'm not being religious here when I say this, I did not understand why God asked me to just step it up. But, what is self care going to do for me? It's just smelling good. No, it's not. It is not just that. And I thought it was that. what God was teaching me was about putting forth the effort. As much as I've mentioned that here and there, this is the time to really talk about it. And make sure this line is straight. I'm a person that's just kind of, it don't, the parting don't have to be perfect, but it got to be a little bit there, just to the point. It has to be neat. The more effort you put into taking care of yourself, the better. I found that the more I put effort into taking care of myself, the more it helped me understand exactly how much self-care that other people need. I began to understand, not, and this is, when I'm saying this, I don't mean it to say that I never understood it. I have a greater depth of understanding now. Much greater depth of understanding. In fact, I tried my best to encourage nearly anyone I meet to implement that self-care. Because you never know what a person is going through. And in an age where, in a society in which they glorify workaholism, maybe that's a word. In an age where they glorify that, taking a break is, I mean, it's kind of backwards. How they glorify workaholism and then they, you know, frown upon people who are resting and understand the power that comes with resting, the power that comes with self-care. You take a person that goes from being a workaholic and you give them a gift basket, or you just have a conversation with them. And I believe the conversation will be worth more than any amount of self-care, body oils, or perfume that you could ever give them or recommend to them. And then you tell them to do that and challenge yourself for 30 days to do that. And then invite them to sit down and have the conversation again. And watch their perspective change when you ask them, oh, well, are you going to go ahead and go back to working like you were working yourself to the bone? More than likely, they're going to come to you with a changed perspective. You know, I'm thinking about cutting my hours down or whatever. They're thinking. They're already thinking about adjustments. And so that's what began happening to me. I'm like, okay, it, to the point where if I felt like I was too tired to implement self-care, and that's not just shower routines, that's not just doing body care, it's not just, you know, trying to make sure your skin is in tip-top shape, trying to make sure that you're setting boundaries. It's not just that. If you miss it, it's just the external part of it. You begin to realize, okay, I missed that effort that I decided to plan and set aside time for myself. I now know I'm worth the effort. Not that I never knew it, but I'm worth the effort. one part that was highlighted to me in a movie, and this movie been out long time, but it's something that once I saw it for the first time, no matter how old this movie gets, that's something I'll remember if I don't remember anything else from that movie. Tyler Perry's Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Now you say what you want to say, cliche stuff, but the part that stuck with me was looking at Helen in a situation where she was not valued or respected. She just lived out of existence. To then meeting the new man, Orlando, and how she was being treated, although she wasn't used to it, she grew into it. And then I watched her countenance change so that when she went back and she encountered the person that put her in that abusive situation, that didn't value her, the one she was just existing with versus the one that she was living with. And when I say living with, I don't mean shacking up, okay? I ain't been raised that way. I don't know how you've been raised, no judgment here, but okay. When I say living with, there's a difference between existing in life and living your life. If you're existing in life, time is passing you by, babies is being born. I don't know why I'm going here with this. Babies being born, people passing you by, people buying houses, people, they're getting on with their life. And to see her countenance change from being in a very dark situation to a very light situation. And there's also spiritual um, meanings and symbolism behind that as well. That when she encountered a person that wanted to take her back to that dark place, what she had experienced, she put her foot down. Now, I don't approve of the, smacking around, backhand, whatever. But the fact that her countenance changed from just being in contact with a person that taught her, that introduced her to the very true definition of love. 1 Corinthians 13. Okay. Um, which also makes me think about, and I don't know the scripture, so I will put it in a pinned portion of the chat after the stream, in which it says we are to esteem each other as higher than, more, better than ourselves. So that makes me think of that. The fact that your countenance changes when you move from working, whatever the situation is that's causing you to not implement self-care, that's causing you to not prioritize self-care, whatever it is, and then you get introduced to it, or maybe someone challenges you. That's the best part, when someone challenges you to that, and then you start implementing that. If you go a day without it, or you skip the activity of self-care, it's going to feel off because your countenance changes for the better once you implement self-care. That's what took place with me. The moment my countenance changed and my attitude changed toward self-care, and then also learning to forgive myself for not doing that sooner, or for, in my case, not doing it, not implementing self-care in such a long time frame, and letting people, places, and things, and situations, circumstances kind of try to hustle me out of that. Free. You free. You're absolutely positively free. I'm using this Edge Booster Strawberry. I'm gonna have to just go ahead and get almost one of every scent. I mean, just about. So with all that being said, even if no one else in the self-care sphere recognized that, I'm really, the fact that it changes your countenance for the better and you make it a continual thing, you integrate it into your life, that's the best part about it. Now, how self-care impacts others in your interactions with them. If you know that you, for example, have planned something for yourself at which this is at this particular time, or you set out a day for all today is this, or all today for a block of time. Um, we're doing a bubble bath, we're whatever it is, pedicure, and then something goes to interrupt your time. Then if you skip that in favor of trying to please someone else, that teaches them ultimately that they can interrupt you, and that is fine. It's cool. However, if you set a boundary and let them know this is my such and such a day, and then learn to say no without explaining. I thank God for the person that taught it to me. Thank you, sis. Appreciate you. Then you begin to prioritize the time you set aside for yourself. You diminish, cut down on burnout. If there's any reason why burnout is a lot more common nowadays, and see, it took the what I like to call panorama 2 years ago. It took that to wake people up. Burnout. When you get to the place of burnout and you don't realize you burn out until you slow down and put the pedals to the trying to talk, trying to tell. When you when the only time you notice that is when you slow down. Now, of course, we can't do it permanently, but if you, that I'm trying to put it into words. When you interact with people, your countenance is different. They can tell, okay, whether you've said no to them and prioritizing your time, they will begin to notice in how you carry yourself. You begin to implement self-care, like, okay, I like this. Okay, you know what? I think I like that too, that you over there getting some, you you got a whole day for pedicure, you got a whole day for nails, you got a whole day for this and that, or just to do nothing at all. I believe we all need that. A day once a week, twice a month. If you got kids, then twice a month. Vacation. Twice, maybe 3 times a year. When you begin to interact with people that either, and there's no judgment here, they either have left the ideal of self-care alone because maybe life is, kicking their butt, and that happens to the best of us. No judgment here. Then they begin, it causes them to self-reflect. Maybe I should do that too. Or maybe they may not vocalize it, but their body language or begins to show it, or either from the time they finish their encounter or conversation with you, until we meet again. then they're like they start going about their very next day when they fall back into their regular routine. It's just like what's her name, set a whole time aside to just do this, and I'm gonna do that. And they start that's the best part of it because they begin to self-reflect, and then they begin to be like, you know what can I move around in my life so I can stop being a workaholic, so I can stop letting the world revolve around me working myself and existing, and implement this for myself. That's a beautiful thing, and I begin to see it in a lot of my loved ones. And with me, I won't disclose it unless they give me permission. But it's a beautiful thing that I begin to see it in strangers. I begin to see it in people I meet in passing, um, everywhere, everywhere. Just you never know what it does for a person. Just, just to you know, I, even if you don't say anything, your life has to speak for it. Your life has to speak for itself. Once they begin to say, okay, well, someone's so curious herself or himself a little different. I'd like to do that myself, because if that's where they get that glow, hallelujah, I need to start doing that. Now, a big part of this, and I'm not religious, but a big part of this, I would have never started implementing this had I not been obedient to God. I mean, it is what it is. Okay. And from there, it's been the most fun experience. When I tell you, this is the third year for us. I mean, it couldn't have been a better experience to implement self care. It's amazing. It's amazing the things I've discovered. A lot of you that I've met, and a lot of the information that you all have shared with me. It's truly a group effort. This is no longer me. No longer me. Never has been, if you want to tell the truth. Really. Now, as far as conversation, and with me, I'm just working off the top of my head, trying to braid hair at the same time. And you all will see I don't have it up yet. I have it privated. So I have to do my little tweaks to it, but I did prep for my braids. So that should be up soon, in about a day or so. I would turn the air conditioner on, but I know it's going to be loud. And I don't think you all will be able to hear me. Can get hot in here. And I actually want a snack. Now, another thing about self-care, and I got to make a dedicated video for this, so I'll only touch on this just a little bit, wee bit. Your eating habits. So it's not just the fact that, okay, you're smelling good, looking good, taking care of your hair, so forth. Your eating habits. I've recently had to change mine. Details on that will be in a separate video soon. If you are eating, and there's no judgment here, because part of my background's from the country and they have some really good food. But you want to feel better. If you don't want to live at the doctor's office, because this is another part of it too. Hog maw, neck bone, fried food, all of that. You it's good as a treat, but you have to learn. Now, some people call it discipline. Okay, um, I call it consistency, and being conscious enough, self-aware enough to be like, okay, I know how this makes me feel. Terrible, whatever it does to you, stomach ache, whatever, gives you headaches, because fried foods, unhealthy foods have a different effect on us all. If I don't, do I like feeling like this all the time? Once you decide, no, I don't like feeling like this all the time. And this has come from a person that used to eat whatever she was big and bad enough to eat. And so now it's just like I can't do that. I'm in my early 30s, and I made a decision when I was a teenager to just, okay, we got to cut this out now. The candy bars, we got to cut that out. We got to switch and make alternatives or cut it out altogether. And that's not an easy thing. No judgment here. It's not easy. Believe me, because some of the best tasting food ain't good for you, but it's tasty. And you have to make that conscious effort. And let me show you what that does for you once you decide to change your eating habits to something healthier, what it does for others. Because believe it or not, how you eat shows how much you love yourself too. Now, I didn't plan on saying all of this. If you're eating any kind of way and you know that this is not good for you, it shows you just how much you love yourself. So if you, it's okay to have a treat. Okay, ain't no judgment here, because I myself miss the occasional moon pie. I've not had a moon pie in years. I've had to find something else, fruit based, natural fruit. The better you start eating, the more your body will love you for it. The more your organs will start to love you for it. This all ties in together with you taking care of the exterior. If you're internally taking care of yourself, and I mean, we can have a conversation about vitamins. That's a whole nother video. And I have one up that I'll link to here. So it's not up yet, but it will be after the stream. There are supplements that they have out for feminine hygiene, and just the fact you'll smell like maple syrup and pancakes. Who don't like that? Who won't like that? Also, it'll regulate your cramps and pains during your menstrual cycle and improve your mood. So, yeah. The better you eat, the more your body's going to love you for it. And the better you'll be able to love yourself. And then when people find out, either when you go out to eat or either when they come to your house or you go to their house and you tell them, hey, I don't eat that no more. Oh, I thought you ate the so-and-so, the chips. No, no thanks. I eat them baked. Just small change really makes a difference, because then it causes them to self-reflect again. And once they start self-reflecting again, maybe I should try the baked chips. You see? I love to see that, because sometimes it's not a fact. It's not a matter of you having to even say anything. Just the fact that if they even see it on the table, if they see it in the bag, or you're traveling with them or going out to dinner, and or you're just on a road trip. Baked. I'm just using that as an example. I like that. Just a whole other wave of what self-care does for other people. What you taking, just those little changes that you take to love yourself really does impact others. Everyone won't pay attention, and I don't want you to stress yourself out trying to make sure people pay attention. But I'm just overall sharing that those that pay attention, even if they never say anything to you, oh, they paying attention. You're going to either see that change within them, unless it's a person you meet in passing that you never ever, oh, I'll never see them again. The ones that it's meant to impact is going to impact. You hear for the longest time, and you still hear it, how you should love yourself. And this is impactful in relationships. I've not even gotten started on that. Maybe that should be the next installment. I don't know. Just be on the lookout for a community tab post a couple days after this. But it impacts relationships too. You could tell the difference between a person that's in a relationship that loved himself and then in a relationship and don't love themselves. They allow disrespect. They allow the person to talk to them in a kind of way. They allow them to not be, you see what I'm saying, or they unfaithful, and then they just, make excuses for them. That's a whole nother conversation I can have. You can tell the difference. Even a single person in dating, you could tell when they love themselves. Oh, you just yelled at me, and then the thing about it is you don't have to yell at the person to tell them that, okay, yeah, that's something I don't identify with, and I'm not going to allow it to continue. Can you adjust and change that, please? And then they don't change it, it's continuous. Then you have a choice to walk away. You love yourself enough to walk away from something that does not serve you. So that's something I touched on in that video here. All the links will be up after this stream. Versus a single person that don't love themselves, again, no judgment. That person has to consciously decide, okay, I'm getting the same result. Whether this is single or married, I'm getting the same result. I would like to improve this. Now, when you're married, I can't say much, but I'm really hoping that the both of you love each other and love yourselves enough to do better for yourself and one another collectively. Single people, the person that doesn't love themselves, they have to make that conscious effort that, okay, I'm noticing these patterns in my life and I want them to change. So that's a decision they have to make for themselves. That's a decision they have to, and I'm not being religious, but it helps a lot because I know what it's done for my life. If a person who doesn't love themselves, or they don't love themselves enough to be able to not allow the same pattern of atrocity, whatever's going on with their life, they may complain about it here and there, show signs of discomfort. I'm tired of this happening, but they don't do anything about it. They have to consciously come to a point at which, okay, what, I have to change this. I've been complaining about whatever said thing is. I want it to change. How can I get this to change? As soon as they decide they're ready to change and make that change, now it's not going to be easy. You're going to have a couple uphill battles. You're going to have some challenges, but it's going to be worth it. And I would recommend, and the choice is yours, choosing with your free will, I would recommend to partner with God. Partner with God. That always makes the transition easier. It doesn't exempt you from challenges, but it makes the challenges smoother, because then, you got the gameplay in front of you when you partner with God. It just makes the transition worth it. It really does. When you decide you want to change something and you no longer want anything dysfunctional, it's not normal. You want the abnormal things to change. I want this, and this to happen, or I want to do better with my money, or whatever it is. I want to take better care of my hair. You will look YouTube, books, local libraries, people you will you'll begin to network with people that know more than you, which is a blessing, because if they're willing to share, I'm more than happy to sit at the feet of someone that is already where I want to be, and they want to see me do better than them. They will push for me. They will campaign for me. Yeah, I'm gonna sit there and listen. Matter of fact, let me get a notebook. You know what I'm saying? It's a mechanical pencil, but it's a prop to show you. Okay, yeah, you said this in this time frame, and do it this way and this strat. You will take the notes to be able to. If you really want to change, you will make that. It starts here. It starts here. The moment you start here and you partner with God to get that gameplay and to make the challenges a bit smoother, oh, you got this. You got this. You're gonna get a little rocky. You stick with it. You will come through the other side. And the best part about it is during the journey, you're gonna have people that they're gonna pay attention even if they never say anything to you. They are just not giving up. Exactly. We're not, period. We're not giving up. And a part of what keeps you focused, other than partnering with God and Him giving you that game plan, is to keep your eyes focused on what your goal, what your personal goal is. For me, that's different than what it may be for you all. What helps me? Visual aids, sticky note, whatever works for you, set that to you wherever you wake up, or it could be the bathroom for you, your creative space, or it could be for the kitchen is your creative space, the living room, a certain part of the living room, out on the porch, in the backyard. Put that there, or put some type of reminder there to let you know, okay, every time you get weary, you look at whatever that object is, write it out. Habakkuk 2, 2 and 3. Write the vision, make it plain, that he who reads it may run. Now, I might not have it paraphrased correctly, and that might be King James, or a mixture of King James Version and New International Version. But there's a reason for that. Write it down. Or get a poster of it, or what they do nowadays with vision boards. Put the vision board somewhere where you know you're going to see it every single morning, or every single night before you go to bed, or both. That way, it's the first thing you see in the morning. Well, make sure you address God first, okay? As well as before you go to bed. And then that's your reminder. You need a constant reminder while you're on your journey to being able to reach that goal you set for yourself. Once you say yes and it's a go, we're not stopping for nothing. I don't care what anybody, anything, place, event transpires. You're on to something great as long as God is guiding you. Really. You don't have to take my word for it. I mean, I challenge you to partner with God and then come back and share it if whatever you're comfortable with sharing. I have a much bigger and better perspective. Not that I've never had it, but it's more refined now. Now that I have stepped up my self-care and looking inward to work on being the best version of myself, because now I'm able to see the distress in a person when it's like, okay, they need a break. And then whether it's something I can do or not, or whether the person just, the only thing they have to do is come within my proximity, within passing, in order for them to get it. That's why I push so hard with the self-care thing, with the loving yourself thing, with the saying no when you need to say no, so you don't overcommit to stuff that you know you don't have the capacity for. Capacity has been a big thing for me, especially this year, just because last year, if you guys were with me last year, if not, that's fine. Oh, I went ham and cheddar cheese from Arby's with this channel. And I still do. But then everything else I was trying to balance with it, I learned that, okay, I everything, I can't do everything. And that's fine. We're not superhuman. That's fine. And so you have to learn to balance that. You have to really learn how much capacity you have for a thing and how long you have that capacity for that particular thing. And then you also have to get in a space, get pull on others for help too. Because I really thank God for the people that helped me realize, okay, you need to start time blocking and scheduling with the other things you have going on with your life. You got to make this fit. And then whatever doesn't fit and you still feel like it's of importance to you, then maybe you should put that on a monthly schedule. Maybe you should put that on a bi-weekly, quarterly, every 3 months, equals out to 4 times a year. When you begin to do that, people are also going to take note of that. Those who pay attention, whether they say anything to you or not, how you value your time. When you love yourself enough to value your time, you see how this is working together with your eating, with your self-care, with you setting boundaries, with you saying no, and now with your time. When you begin to value your time, I think that was one of the biggest struggles I had just a few years ago, with valuing my time and then enforcing that and being able to delegate how much I can handle. And I've had to say no. It's inevitable because you can't do everything, and that's fine. Once you begin to value your time and you begin to demonstrate to others that you live with, deal with, loved ones, associates, or those in passing, once they see, okay, they only have a block of time for such and such, and they begin to see that on a continual basis, or maybe it's in passing and you wind up never seeing this person again, it's going to stick with them, even if they never get a chance to share it with you, or they choose not to share it with you. Self-reflection is the biggest blessing of all, because you don't even have to say anything. You just have to walk out your life the way God intends you to. And people will observe whether they ever say anything to you or not. And then for those that you come into regular contact with, or you meet up with them, family, associate, whoever they are, and you begin to see those changes, kind of, you begin to know, you notice a little difference. That's where that comes from. With me, I'm not able to keep up, nor do I try to keep up. My mission has always been to just send that message along, and of course tell you about having a relationship with the Lord, because it definitely makes this thing called life a bit easier, because he got the game plan mapped out for you. Definitely. Whew. Because you're gonna need his boxing gloves versus your own. I did so much chatting. I got to do my hair on, or else I ain't gonna have this done for the weekend is out. But I definitely wanted to share that with you all. And I probably got more to go. Ooh. Now, speaking of more to go, I will have my wash day routine up in a few days. So be on the lookout for that. Because believe me, when I asked y'all about it, been what, 1 or 2 weeks ago, I said, y'all want an updated version? I listen to that. I just don't always have the time to. I mean, if I could, you think you giving videos now? They bet. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. So I'm just because I've learned all of the things that I'm sharing with you all, it has taught me to balance out just how much capacity I have for myself. So that way I can still rest and get sleeping and still manage other parts of my life along with this journey I have with you all through YouTube. But when I get to it, I get to it. I just don't want to slap anything together. You feel me? I don't want to do that. I'm not a slap together type of person. If you new here, you'll begin to see it. I don't. I'm not going to explain myself or nothing like that. You'll see it. You watch enough videos, you'll see it. I'm hard on myself sometimes, and so that comes with the grace. That comes with the grace, knowing that I may not get it all done when I want to, but when I do, it's going to count for something because I took my time. My edge booster nearly dropped. Can't do that. You know how much edge booster cost? Especially in the big jar, the edge booster, edge pomade, strawberry scented, in case you're wondering. It's expensive. I'm nearly at the bottom of the bottle. Jar. Shout out to the people who have been coming. Even if you're coming in and out, the stream is going to go up after it's over. So don't worry. You'll be able to watch it for those of you that come after the stream is over. It's going to be up for you to watch the whole replay. And I think after this braid, I'm going to go get a snack. And I think that's going to be just peanut butter and honey. Now let me know, y'all team peanut butter on its own or team peanut butter and jelly? Trying not to get off topic too much. Because I tend to do that, and so it gets better with practice. If you have not already, please smash the like button. That really helps me out a whole lot. And I'm saying this for even those that watch the replay. I definitely appreciate y'all. Thank you for rocking with me. We nearly at an hour. That's what I was saying in the second installment of this benefits of self-care. I said I can easily be here with a 12-hour vid. We don't need to do that. The amount of I can do that's a gift I'm thankful for. And, you just have to fine tune it. Yes. Hi, hello. Hey, Miss Chocolate Divine. Crunchy peanut butter with grape or strawberry jam or preserves. I'm doing good. How are you, Miss Chocolate Divine? That's got to be the coolest name ever. Whew. I have a love and hate relationship with crunchy peanut butter, but it's still good. I said after this braid, I'm going to get the peanut butter. So let me show you what I'm using before I fix it. I wish I could move the camera there, but I can't. Strawberry jam. I miss that. However, the seeds. I can't stand the seeds in strawberry jam. But I'll tell you something. I used to really pile on my peanut butter sandwiches. Um, Thank you, Miss Chocolate Divine. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Peach jam, peach preserves. During my teenage years, peanut butter and peach jelly. Ooh, I was in love with that until I switched to grape. So those are my two favorites. But I'll tell you how it happened to me. Hold on, let me show you what I'm using because I no longer make peanut butter and jelly. It's just peanut butter. Hold on, I'm about to show you. That's my towel from washing my hair, but you'll see that in the wash day. Behold, Peter Pan honey roast creamy. Baby, this is what took me off of jelly. Period. My brother, he's also a content creator. Uh, Derek Breezy XD as in Delta or Door. Um, he used to wrestle in high school. Hopefully he don't mind me sharing this because he gives me permission to share stuff or whatever. Um, and in the back room they have snacks for the athletes. He used to wrestle. He came home with this, and I was never the same. My taste buds were never the same again. I kid you not. Who needs jelly when you have honey and peanut butter in one jar? Now I don't know about the jelly and peanut butter in one jar. I don't know. Yeah, that peach jelly I was in love with for years as a teenager, and then it was grape jelly for a while, and then I kind of just was like, you get to eating stuff for a long time over and over until you kind of get tired of it, and I believe that's what happened. And then this was just like, hey. This with a good slice of either white bread, I prefer butter bread, or honey wheat. As much whole grains as possible. Healthy for you. Good for your digestive system. Just no gluten. Um, Ooh, it's good. Toasted too. After the Dove body cream wash review. I sub to you after the Dove body cream wash review. That sounds like it's the is it the Dove Body Love, the moisture boost one? Let me know. Yeah, I got a review for that on my channel. I think what I'll do, I'll have a pinned comment after the stream and just go ahead and pin it at the top and put everything in here. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about getting that back just because my most recent empties video, I was just sitting there like, okay, I still have the matching pre-cleansed shower butter, and I'm just like, okay, somebody gave me an idea to only shower with that, so I haven't forgotten you, because that's coming in the update. I'm like, I should just buy it again. The one with the pump, I bought the wrong ones. It's okay. It's okay. Because the fact that you gifted it, like, okay, genius ideal. Genius ideal. But let me fix my peanut butter sandwich really quick, and we're gonna resume because I got to finish my hair, at least get the back done, and I like to part in it in 4 sections, and at least have to get the back done. For people braid their hair, y'all know what I'm talking about. You have to come to a point where you section it, and I'll be back. Hold on. Whew. I am here, and I just happen to have potato bread. Yeah, I gotta restock. Since I was in the path of Hurricane Ian, I'm okay. Just to restock now. Okay. Oh, amen. Okay. They work good, but I have to get my skin in better shape. Then I will buy again. I'm diabetic. Plus, I don't do my moisturizing. Look, I should. Like I should. It is a-okay. Just reminded me of something because um, I know people that struggle with that condition, diabetes and everything. That does make an effect on your skin and everything. I got some ideas brewing since you shared that. Thank you tremendously for sharing. So if I come based on what ideas I come up with, I'll share it with on the community tab before I even go forward with the video. And of course, H2O. We got to get into the sandwich. And this is potato bread, so I'm not going to be doing too much talking. I'd really like to do some cooking on the channel, but we'll see. I just don't want to get to a point where I'm like all over the place. I'm going to keep it focused. I know what you mean. You have it all there and like, oh, I need so and so, and then you start going through your stuff like, oh, this is here all the time. That happened with me with a OGX body wash. And I'm like, wait, I forgot I had the matching coconut coffee. I got reviews of that on both on my channel, the scrub and wash and the body cream. I still got to use that up. And for me, I'm not going to stay on too late. It's really good. It has like a, hold on, it has like kind of a yellowish type of tint. I think that's due to the potatoes. Sara Lee honey wheat. I think I've tried that too. The honey wheat is good too. Since we're speaking of food, we gotta talk about how changing your eating habits affect your hygiene and how you overall smell too, and your body chemistry, how it reacts with the products you use. Thinking about that for a while since I've changed my own eating habits. Okay. So what I'll do is before I go to bed tonight and after I get off the stream, community child, definitely. You see, I rarely eat on camera. I'm gonna tell you this. I don't think I could do a mukbang channel because when I get home, who got time to do it? I'm smelling the food and smelling good. I did that today. Cooking with Sazon seasoning, garlic powder, onion powder. This is what's making me think like maybe I should have a separate cooking channel down the road, just so I don't clutter everything here on this channel with y'all. I would say Miss Chocolate Divine, talk about what you know that's the least amount of effort. What do you know the most about and experience about with the that comes with the least amount of effort? For me, it's always been self care and adobo. Yeah, I want to get the whole. I'm the type of person I like to collect seasoning. I always like seasoning stuff the same all the time. Like keep garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of salt, or in my case, I like. I don't like. I like to dodge the table salt as much as possible. It's already unhealthy, so I keep pink Himalayan salt. You know, with the grinder. I like variety. Maybe I want some. You know, I want to make a Thai dish, Thai from the country. Maybe I want to have, Hispanic dish, or there you go. I collect it. There you see. You know what I'm talking about, sis. I love it. I'm just, I'm just like when I'm, I'm just so ready for the looks on the faces of those that come to my house, family or whatever. You got all this seasoning. I actually had that happen before. I like I like variety. I like eating exotic food. I think I should keep some of this stuff about myself for the Q&A get to know me video when we reach 1K. So if you have not yet subscribed, maybe you're undecided, check out my channel. I might have something you or your friend might love. But I'll share that in there. I love eating exotic food, and so that's the part I love the most about when I was plant-based. Now I just have the best of both worlds. Yeah, the pink Himalayan is healthier for you too. And then it's almost like you have to use a bit more than table salt, so you have to be careful and really mindful of that too, with the pink Himalayan salt versus the table salt. I don't like to talk while I'm eating, so guess I'm doing that. I got a little bit of music going in the background from church. Nothing copyrighted, I'm sure. I'm trying to think of what else I have not discussed that, as far as, and this is a dress from Walmart. It's not in stores, any, not that I know of. I've had it for about 3 years, but I can't think of anything else right now, so I'm just gonna focus on braiding my hair. One thing I love about those peanut butter sandwiches, they're very filling. Keep you full for longer. At least that's what I've noticed. I hate when it tangle. That's one thing I can't stand out of all the years I've been doing my hair, is when the hair you braid with tangle. I love curly hair. It's tangle. I keep this for at least a month. This is not only me just braiding my hair, this is birthday hair, because my birthday is next week in a couple days. And so that's all I can say. Just stay tuned. And I may just twist these. I'm just trying to wait until I get through them all. And I got my mirror down here. Hair braider problems. Just placing combs all over the place. It says you just put it over there and then forget when you need it until you need it again. I kind of miss it, but I would only do it as a wig, micro braids. Baby couldn't pay me $1 million to sit down there and put it in my hair again. Maybe on a closure. And a wig cap. But not in my house. No. At that point, you paying me that amount, then does that also come with an assistant to help take it down? No? Okay, I'm not doing it. This is the way I feel. Oh. Well, if y'all like, I can just make this a regular occurrence all the time, just braiding on cam. You know, this is, I see this not just as a live stream, I see this as music, us spending time together. My aim right now is to at least get all the back done. If you have not, and I'm going to make a post in a little bit, in a couple days, for the 1K Q&A video. Gotta send me a question. I got one question so far, and I can't wait to answer that one. Is that ideal for your channel? I think that would be great because I see, for example, Jackie Ina, but we need more chocolate girls to represent for chocolate girls, okay? We need that. We need more representation. Thank you. We need chocolate girl representation. There's this one girl. Now, me, I ain't all for that, jingle bells all out, but the fact that I admired her because she made me love my skin. I can't remember the girl name for nothing, the girl Instagram. Favorites perfume list. I'm going to do that. Thank you, Miss Charlie Divine. I'm going to do that. Favorites perfume. As much as I love perfume, smelling good actually. Yeah. And I'll just reference this video as a reminder. Would you believe I don't know where my scissors are, so I'm using the eyebrow razor to separate this stuff, cut the hair in half. I just have a strong feeling I'm going to find it after the stream or tomorrow, and it's like, it's going to be looking at me, and I don't get mad when that type of stuff happens. I just laugh. I just laugh. Because then I'm like, well, maybe I didn't need to use it. is a little too thick. I wonder why I'm just seeing your chat. Sorry, I just saw a message on my stuff on my phone. Girl, I love my perfume. My favorite's on the table rug now. Gucci Guilty, Chanel Tendre. Those some interesting ones. Ralph Lauren Pure Turquoise and Chanel Allure. I think I like try that turquoise one you mentioned. Yeah, chocolate plus size girls that don't put on a ton of makeup, just dress regular sneakers like me. There's a place for it. Your tribe is out there. So if you ever start YouTube channel, let me know. Let me know. We need more representation out there. In a perfect world, if there were no copyright strike, I'll be blaring music. I think that's from the peanut butter. Hold on. I get stuck in your teeth. I hate that. Do some extra flossing when we go to bed tonight. And I already do flossing. I wanted to do Vlogtober, but the way this storm snuck up on me and other things going on outside of YouTube, I'm like, nah. And I missed it last year or two. I'm like, let's not do that anymore. But you can never predict circumstances that come up. That's the thing. So whatever's out of my control, they next month, and it seems like you make a great point, sis. I can't wait to get to that point where I could share that with you all. And then it just seems like even us taking care of ourselves and how we look is to, oh, well, the first thing they want to ask you, who are you looking good for? Why can't it be me? Well, I don't understand. Thank you for sharing that, because that brings up something else too. Promise I made to myself. Has it been about three years ago? I said nothing I do, and not that I did it before, but you live and you learn. You make your mistakes for those little time frames of your life. I made a promise to myself I'm going to continually do things for me, for God, what God tells me to do, and nothing I do will be in motivation for a man. So if tomorrow I want to be, ginger with blonde highlights, it's not for a man. It's for me, because I felt like it. I want to be Ginger tomorrow and Susan on Monday. Wigs give you that power to do that. Or if I want to wear purple lipstick, nothing I do is motivated for a man. Only man is God. That's it. Hello. Hello. Amen to that. Amen to that. And there's a freedom that comes with that once you shift your motivation for why you do things from a person and you shift it from that to yourself. And for me, the Lord and myself. There's such a freedom with it, because then if they don't accept you, you'll know, okay, well, you just not, it wasn't meant to be. It frees you and gives you a peace of mind. And that's the thing I noticed. So no matter how many times I had comments about, oh, were you doing too much and this, and this, or you must be doing it for so and so. And then either when the situation didn't work out or stuff took a turn for whatever it is, worst or whatever, or the best, it didn't matter to me because I was happy within myself. And baby, the freedom you could do with just, oh my God, if you could just get out of your head, no judgment here, if you could just get out of your head and focus on what God wants you to, your purpose in life, your calling in life, it's very freeing, very. Got into wigs a year ago. I like them. I have a faux locks wig I brought last week. I really like it. I've been trying to get into faux locks. Those things, I mean, they're gorgeous. Not a lot of upkeep, low maintenance, beautiful. If you're looking for, this is just coming straight to me. You're looking for some great recommendations and you want to switch it up, Kyra Sean here on YouTube. Chocolate Sister herself, Kyra Sean. She's one of the best in the game. There's multiple, but she's one of the best. And that's KIERASHON. Almost forgot this was here. I got to split it. There's the tangles. There's the tangle again. Really? Just can't wait for this to stop tangling again. Just so I can finish the back end. Braiding this hair, but can't wait for this to stop tangling again. Okay. You put this to the side. I got some more tangles. Oh, that's okay. I learned a hard lesson about those high heels. Wedges, and even then, about 2 or 3 inch, but a solid platform to that. But I agree. It's always been that men will approach you when you don't feel like you look in your bed. I've had it happen. I feel like I look a mess and I'm in jeans or a t-shirt and I'm just like, okay. Then it just seems it's just like a magnet of them. Just here they come. I don't understand it. Maybe it's that they catch us off guard and we're because when we're made up, it's kind of like we ready. We ready. Like, hey, how you doing? Good morning. Good afternoon. When you not or you have to run to the store. It's always when you run to the store you got to run real quick. Run an errand. I got to go get this or whatever it is. Always. I definitely understand you. I don't see how they can do it. I can tell you this: the XXL nails, baby. I will only if they pay me to hand model. That's it. But then they got to come off right after. I do my own nails, and when I get to the point, I'm like, okay, what length is comfortable for me? Because I've had my natural nails about as long as what I do my nails now. I'm like, okay, that's a comfortable length. We're not doing no more. Hmm. You can still be cute and dress comfortable. And in fact, that brings out a person that's comfortable. It brings out a side of yourself that's comfortable, where you're not. It's not forced, if you will. Trying to work these tangles out of this hair. My goal is to get the back done, and then we going to bed. I remember them days I used to braid up until the sun came up. Never again. Never again. Nope. Ain't no money in the world for me to do that. Nope. Speaking of faux locks, I got it's a headband wig. This thing looked like a lioness over here. Yeah. Could never get it was just too heavy. I'm like, goodness. I haven't yet gotten the hang of it. But one thing I did learn is how to do faux locks from scratch. So did learn that. Yep. That reminds me of a story time. I got to save that for another video. That moment taught me it's what led to me being as comfortable as I am now. And I have my moments, but that really solidified everything for me because it taught me to just not take yourself too serious all the time. And then since then, I've learned to take myself serious. So now I have a balance of both, if you will. have to worry about this style for at least a good month. I take care of it. Tied up with a satin scarf. I rarely ever let my natural hair out, so when I do, I'm like, let's make a thing of it. I like keeping it protected all the time. Wigs, braids, cornrows. And I found my hair does better when I do that. I also did a hair treatment on my hair that helps with your scalp itching once you put protective styles in. We need to do a video about that, and that's why I'm trying not to get off topic, because once I get to another topic, I'm like, that could be a video. But the wash day video, that will be included in there. Give me just a moment. I gotta attend to something here, a message. Bear with me. Shouldn't take long. I'm sorry. I got the church stream up, and they say you're the better hound. It reminds me of Elvis. Let me stop. I tend to have a different type of sense of humor. Okay, I am officially back. I'm gonna make sure I don't miss anything from you all in the chat. Make sure that I'm being attentive. No, I just thought of something else, and that impacts people too. And I did not plan at all to be on this long, so now I'm having fun. So there's that. I've said valuing time, but oh, it just slipped my mind. I'll braid until then. It's an alarm I set for myself. Oh, we're continuing on the streamer. Or I have a set time that I'm just going to stop. But until then, and I won't keep y'all up too late, neither myself. CVS discontinued one of my favorite body washes, Beauty 360 Sea Minerals. You know what that made me think of? And I might have it wrong, because Beauty 360 for CVS is their brand of sometimes what Dove and so forth. Sea minerals. That makes me think of Dove's gentle exfoliating. And I think that's the one that has the sea minerals. I might have it wrong. Let me know. I hate when they discontinue stuff. One in particular, and I saw this girl on Caress kind of ranted about it. And so I did the same thing, and there's plenty of videos about it on my channel. Caress, the not the new school Caress, the shea butter and brown sugar. That was not its original name. Caress just pulled a fast one on us and rebranded everything, including the titles, and then put on the back of the bottle, formerly known as, and then whatever their previous names are. Exactly. Please, stock. And then if you're looking for more, eBay and Macari. If you're trying to maybe buy one or two more bottles to go along with the three you have. Caress Evenly Gorgeous. I tried that back in 2013, and it was a trial size bottle. The smell is not the same. I even compared the old and new together. I've been trying to get the older bottle, the older formula of the Caress shea butter and brown sugar. And I ordered one time on Amazon. They had the old picture, and then they sent the new bottle. So I'm like, now that's all I said. Don't do that. Amber Romance is another one I'm bothered about, and I made videos about it to the point where I was looking for a dupe for the fragrance from Victoria. Don't tell nobody. Secret. Um, and I found a dupe, so that's on my channel as well. The best dupe for Victoria's Secret Amber Romance. Something like that. You type in the search bar when you get a chance. It's watered down. It's like every time they come out with it, it's watered down. Like, do you not realize us as consumers are going to go out and look for something else? Yeah, I used to love that scent too. And the what was it, Mango Temptation or something? It just smelled like a freshly squeezed mango. So we got to do perfume favorites. Thank you for dropping that idea. Appreciate you. So I got to put that in the list and set it aside. Alright. This one is kind of hard to reach, but I have to concentrate to braid this one. Braids right in the middle of your head. It's gonna be cute when it's done. I think I'm gonna twist it and I'm just wait until it's done. Kind of like the puffy look for now. But I also don't want it to look crazy. I need to get this done ASAP. I'm not trying to go out the door like this. Not what it have done. Nope. No ham, no ma'am, no ham, no spam. Alright, we got that row done. Let's start on the next one. Let's straighten this part though. I need you to get a notebook, Miss Chocolate Divine. You start a YouTube channel. Get a notebook and write down those ideals, because those are going to really come in handy. That's a suggestion. That's a suggestion. You don't have to, but I'm thinking you should write it down at the moment that they're coming to you. I find that works with myself, or else I'm going to forget. Whew. Okay. Trying to figure out here. This is a struggle doing your own hair. These two shots, it's okay. What I was in the same space as you, and I still have videos I have recorded that I know I won't be uploading at all. A whole vault, if you will. And I just recorded videos knowing full well I would never upload them, or nor anyone would ever see the light of day. And they're on digital storage, or like a USB drive or something like that. And so I would take them and record topics about stuff and go to Yahoo Answers before they closed. Yahoo Answers is no more. I would take and do that. Me and my brother would do that, and my brother started his channel before me. I keep trying to encourage him to come back, but he busy. But I would record videos I know I would never, ever, they would never see the light of day. Probably still won't, unless I use different clips to put on the channel to, like, if they have to be purposeful. Otherwise, I'm just keeping them to myself. About topics and stuff like that, and that would be my practice. Perhaps that could help. I don't know, but that's what I did. And that was, that was 8 years ago. Probably almost 9 years ago that I would do that. Probably already been 10 years ago. Tell them my age. Struggle with this comb. Bum 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 bum. They bring back memories. None like catfish. I can't stand the bones, but it's good. With that lemon pepper seasoned salt. When you think about food now. And I just had peanut butter sandwich about what, 30 minutes ago? Or close to 30 minutes ago. The filet. Thank you. Thank you for sharing the plug. Thank you. Appreciate you. Ooh. Grouper is my favorite. Cat other than catfish. Salmon and some I believe it's called swai. SWAI. I've not yet went back to shrimp or crab yet. Fish I can do. Chicken I can do. They put it in that breading and they fry it until golden brown to perfection and it's flaky and I might as well just I would have you hungry if I ever decided to have everybody hungry. I decided to do a cooking channel. Sway. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sway. Okay, I know. I like that. I'm gonna give me some sway. Grouper is just like what I just described. A lot of times it's very big, thick fish. So you know they got a little weight on them. So they're big fish, thick, flaky. Oh, if you're here, if you ever come down to Florida, Jimmy's famous seafood. They got the best grouper thus far. The, the best. And I believe they have restaurants and places in Maryland. But if you ever come to Florida, they're down here too. I love recommending people to places to come eat. Can't wait till I get a chance to travel again. And of course, I'm gonna take y'all with me for some more good food. Yeah, that grouper is good. Changed my life. I thought I was doing some with catfish and all the other stuff. Publix, yes. Publix Central, all throughout Florida. All throughout. In fact, they have some of the, and I've not had it in years, so I'm gonna go try it again when I get a chance. They have the best two salads from their deli. Unless you're allergic or you just don't like it, seafood salad is good, and their I've been wanting to make a soup with that. Yes, the fresh and the best spinach and artichoke dip from the deli. Don't get it from the. They have it in other shelves or the cold freezer section. The deli. Get it from the deli. Put that on. Melt that down, or either put it in a pan and then, or either on a tortilla and make quesadillas with that. Yeah, spinach and artichoke quesadillas, or in this case, yeah, quesadillas, sandwich in between two tortillas. I eat peanut butter like that too. If you don't want all the heavy bread at that time, or you don't want that, I should just go ahead and plan out for a cooking channel. I feel like it would be too much if I put it on here with y'all. Yeah, Publix is the best. They got the best subs too, which I've not tried. And I mean, I got a lot of catching up to do since I've been plant based. I missed out on a lot of good stuff. Let me see what time it is. Cause I said I wasn't gonna keep y'all up late, and neither me. I did not know Publix was in Atlanta. Ooh, I've not been to Georgia in a while either. Feels like home there. So if I ever get a chance to travel there to Georgia, I'm gonna slide over there to Publix. I didn't think they had Publix up there. Publix just needs to go ahead and, all the United States. I think they need to experience the joy that is Publix. See, that's what I'm saying. This thing just said reconnecting. Man, I'm. It's the best. Shout out to Detroit, Michigan. I've been wanting to go there ever since a coworker recommended to me what y'all state is famous for is the hot dogs. Maybe they got turkey. I don't like to do pork, but I can carry a friend up there when I go up there for vacation. Whole Foods, I've been hearing about them a lot too. And that made me think of Trader Joe's. Like, I hate that they just, oh, well, we won't put it on for all 50 states. No, please, can you do it, please? Because we got people like us. We'd like to go there in every state. Coney Island's not just hot dogs. Big difference. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. And I think at some point I'd like to visit every state at least once and learn what they're famous for. Food and all. Oh yeah, I've been hearing a lot about Trader Joe's. I love gourmet food, and they have this truffle aioli. I might be pronouncing it wrong. This truffle aioli sauce I want to try. I pretty much like almost anything truffle. I ain't there with everything yet. Truffle is a rather expensive because of how it's grown and cultivated mushroom. But the taste will change your life. That's my opinion. So I tried it for the first time stopping at a TJ Maxx about 2 years ago, and I got the truffle salt and got a couple things of theirs, and then from Publix I got the white and the black truffle oil. So just to kind of give you an idea of what it's that's usually used for, the oil is expensive. So Publix like $17 or whatever like that. So you got to use that very sparingly, and it's very concentrated. The white truffle oil is more like Alfredo, something not as savory. The black truffle oil is for like steak, meat, stuff like that, more robust flavor. And so with me loving the experiment in my cooking and stuff like that, I put in there here and there, and I made a truffle mac and cheese. I'm like, oh, never tasted the same as if I didn't include it at all. Like, oh. So when I ran out, I'm just like, the truffle oils. Yes. So the white truffle oil is more like less savory foods. Alfredos, like on breads, garlic bread, stuff like that. Black truffle oil, you want to add to your steaks, and you don't cook with it because of how it's made and everything, how it's processed. What you do with black truffle oil, you wait until after you cook your steak, your beef, your meats, and stuff like that, and you add just, it only take a little bit because it's so concentrated. Maybe just a teaspoon if you're fixing it for a crowd, or a tablespoon for a crowd, and a teaspoon for maybe yourself and immediate family or guests. I'm like, I used to wonder why that stuff was expensive. I understand now. I understand. And on Amazon, I'm like, it's like a field day. I'm about out of my truffle salt, and I don't like to use as much salt as possible. But when I do, I sometimes do the truffle salt. It makes a difference. When I be making my sauces and stuff like that, and mac and cheese and pasta dishes, and or either if I just want to, add a little spice to some vegetables or meats, it really makes a difference. It just gives you a little extra spunk. That truffle oil, truffle oil is the thing you save for a special occasion. Because every day, I, I'm telling on myself, that's how I ran out quickly. So don't make my mistake. Please don't. Don't make my mistake. I beg of you. Don't. Please. Now you can go out there and do whatever you want to do, but I'm just suggesting don't. It's for special occasion. That's the good stuff. And there's things like that in body care too, like perfume oils, the from Sweet Essentials. Now, this is not sponsored. I always say that because it isn't. But I genuinely love them. Love their products. I discovered them in 2020. So that's within the first year of me starting my YouTube channel. And I love Christian Dior's, their whole entire Poison line. That line itself, that perfume line is for grown, and they usually, oh, that's an old lady. No, you don't understand the layer and the depth at which that perfume was made. It's made in France. Um, and perfume oils, I mean, it's alcohol free. It lasts a long time. I equate perfume oils to be the truffle of body care, the truffle oil of body care, if you will. That's something to use for a special occasion. Valentino Coral Rush. Thank you. I'm gonna need you to remind me of that too. like treasure. That's not an everyday scent. Like, hello. That's the stuff out there that smells so good, and then food tastes so good. It's like the first bite is hello, good morning, and good afternoon at once, at one time. Make you forget your thought. I was sitting in the car, um, my Lyft driver going somewhere, and I just got in the car. I ain't say nothing to him, and say you smell good. I'm just like, I had put on the perfume oil that day. I had somewhere important to be, and I shared it in the video already. Um, Perfumes I wore this week, so I put that out about a couple months ago. And so one thing led to another one, and I said, well, maybe your girlfriend or wife or whoever you with, I think she'll like it. So I told them about my channel. I never go out with the intention of let me tell people about my channel. I let it come up in conversation. I let them bring it up. Like, you smell good. What is that you have? And it's almost always the same perfume oil because I like it a lot, and I'm guilty of that. I need to give the other ones a chance in my rotation. Midnight Poison, gorgeous blue bottle. That thing costs about a rent payment on where I found it, eBay and Amazon, depending on the seller. It's a couple $100. But yeah, and the ironic thing is no one liked the Christian Dior Poison line until I guess it started becoming popular, like years after they just discontinued making the perfumes. I'm like, what a time to stop making the perfumes. I think you need to start again. But truffle oil is about the same, I would like to say. So as soon as I get a chance, I'm trying to find two of the biggest bottles. Maybe this Christmas season they'll have the gourmet food out. TJ Maxx, department stores, Marshalls, Ross, a couple places you can go to look for it. So in case you're looking, department stores is where you find the gourmet food. And I have found, oh my god, this all this stuff needs videos, separate videos for stuff I want to share with y'all. Like, it makes no sense. Like, I know I'm not coming across this stuff to keep it to myself, which is why I love to share. One thing I like that will step up your game with cooking and eating is gourmet food and seasoning and oils. I almost have this side done braiding. And we can start on this other side. And I think what I'll do We're going to run this live until 11 and call it a night. And if I've not finished the back end both by then, that's fine. Because y'all will wind up seeing the final result anyway. I'm in Eastern time in case anybody wondering. So we're going to run this live until 11 Eastern time. Told y'all I wouldn't keep y'all up too late, nor me. I know y'all need your shut eye, and so do I. Bars. I'm all read into that one. And the stream will be up afterwards for those of you coming afterwards. I like this, so we're going to do this more often, make it a regular thing, live streaming. I came in talking about one thing, and then I'm giving y'all the plug, everything, food, peanut butter. I love it. There's the last one. I almost forgot about it. Just one on the row I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna try to get these as tight to my head as possible, but not too tight. So happy medium in between, right in the middle. Should we do the same thing next Saturday next week? Live stream. Let me know. Trying not to braid too far down. I'm gonna do another row here with this. It's about as straight as I can get it. So. Appreciate y'all watching and rocking with me and spending time with me. So this is actually more than a live with me. We're all spending time together. I appreciate y'all. Sincerely. Here's those dreaded tangles. I have to take my time. There we go. It's definitely taking longer than I thought it would. I'd rather it be neat than sloppy. Appreciate you coming in. On the third installment of Benefits of Self-Care. I won't say the chat is over with for that. It's just stuff keeps coming up. So we keeping the full length of everything after the stream is over. It'll be posted to the channel. Got 15 minutes till I end this, and then I'm gonna carry my little self to bed, no matter where I am in this process. I'm gonna keep my promise. I said I wouldn't keep y'all on long. It's been about 2 hours and change, so I'm gonna keep my promise. Maybe I should do my parts bigger. Don't know, but I just want it neat. That's my personal preference, so I'm not saying y'all should do it. This is much too thin. Let me thicken it just a bit. I think I should have started sooner, but that's okay. So if I get up in the morning, I have a chance and finish up. Let me check my battery life. Okay. We're about 11 minutes. 11 minutes. So I'm going to keep good on my promise at 11 o'clock Eastern time. Whatever braid I'm on, we're going to finish and we're going to end the stream. It might come back on live to finish. Wait until 5 minutes till I'm going to grab my satin bonnet and tie it up. So that way I don't have too much frizz. I started getting into this satiny stuff, satin head scarf, clothes. Just a little bit, not too much. Just feels classier to me since I'm getting into these classy perfumes. And classy in no way means more expensive, it's just the meaning, if you will. I think I'm going to be out of this hair wax by the time, or close, by the time I'm done with this style. Another one of those stubborn tangles. tangle. I just wanna break free. But that's what you get with curly hair. I don't wanna grow up. that's the former Toys R Us, old school Toys R Us song. So I can't sing too much of that. I like to make my own variation. I'm trying to get no strike now. If it wasn't for them strikes, I'd love to play song association with y'all. Oh, it'd be a blast. Name a song and then you sing it. That's fun. That's the type of stuff I like doing in board games. Five minutes till time for me to go get my satin bonnet. Show you what it looked like. Might need to put it in the wash. I'm gonna find out. Amazon. So I'll try to link everything I can remember showing you all, including the peanut butter, to Amazon. But I'm gonna give you local stores you can go to for the peanut butter. Everywhere else, Amazon. And I am an Amazon affiliate. You're not required to go through my links. Just saying. Yeah, headscarf. All right, I think I'm gonna do one more braid, and then that is all. Three minutes, 10:57. I have time in front of me too. And to make this easier, let's take this section here I still have to braid and braid it to section it off. $2 minutes. And this is officially the last one I'm braiding. You section off what I have left. Braid that off. This is what I normally do anyway. Start early in the morning. Yep. And just don't braid it all the way down. See that? Well, it has been absolutely lovely spending time with you all, and a lot more I got a chance to share with you all and get to know you all just a bit better. You guys got a chance to get to know me a bit more better, other than the sole purpose of this video. I sincerely appreciate each and every last one of you. I am not kidding. I mean, I appreciate y'all for watching all the way through, part of the way through, majority of the way through. Thank you for your comments, sharing about yourself as well. And Truffle Oil to, is it Mrs. Divine Chocolate Girl? Forgive me if I got your username wrong. Truffle Oil, Publix. I forgot the brand, but the black truffle oils and the black box, white truffle oils and the burgundy box. Just so you know. But I have truly appreciated the time that I've had with you all. So as I finish this braid, that, ladies and gentlemen, this is the third installment of Benefits of Self-Care number 3. Look forward to number 4. I love each and every one of you. And I will see you all next